When you touch him in these 6 subtle ways, it's not just affection. You're literally triggering his brain to fall for you deeper. His body can't help it. There's a reason why men respond so powerfully to touch, and it's all rooted in science. Every time your hand grazes his arm during a laugh, or you brush against his shoulder while joking, his brain releases a cocktail of hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, and all the chemicals that make him think about you long after you've left. And here's the exciting part. You don't need to do anything dramatic, fancy, or over the top. The power is in the small, confident, intentional gestures that create connection without him even realizing it. Think about it. How often do you remember a moment where someone simply touched your hand, leaned close while talking, or let their fingers graze yours, and suddenly it felt electric? That's exactly what's happening in his brain when you use these subtle touches. It's a mix of excitement, comfort, and anticipation that makes him crave your presence. And the truth is, men respond even more strongly to touch than words or compliments, because touch speaks directly to the subconscious, bypassing all the overthinking and reasoning. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 6 ways to physically touch a man in ways that will make him feel connected, desired, and emotionally drawn to you without him even realizing what's happening. We're talking about touches that feel natural, playful, and sexy, all while staying completely within your control. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to create sparks, chemistry, and intimacy in a way that feels effortless, fun, and completely magnetic. Imagine him thinking about your touch hours later, wanting to be close to you, and feeling that undeniable pull. That's the power of these subtle gestures. And trust me, once you understand this, every casual touch can become a secret tool to make him fall just a little bit harder for you. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to physically connect with a man is through a light, intentional touch on the arm during conversation. It's subtle, effortless, and insanely effective, because men respond to touch on a subconscious level far more than most women realize. Imagine you're laughing at something he said, sharing a playful story, or making a point, gently letting your fingers brush his forearm or resting your hand lightly for a brief moment can create a magnetic pull. It's a small gesture, but in his brain, it signals attention, affection, and attraction all at once. This kind of touch triggers oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which immediately makes him feel closer to you. He might not even consciously notice it, but his brain will remember the sensation and link it to pleasure and excitement, literally making him feel drawn to you. The beauty of this technique is that it feels completely natural. You don't have to force it, and you certainly don't need to linger too long. The touch should be brief, light, and perfectly timed, maybe as he tells a story, as you're laughing together, or while emphasizing a point. These moments feel playful and organic, not rehearsed or forced. And that's key. Men pick up on authenticity, and a genuine casual touch creates a subconscious association between you and comfort, warmth, and fun. Here's another subtle trick. When you lightly touch his arm during conversation, maintain soft eye contact and smile. That combination of touch, warmth, and eye connection amplifies the effect tenfold. You're not just brushing his arm, you're sending a message that you notice him, that you enjoy being near him, and that your attention is focused solely on him in that moment. It makes him feel special, appreciated, and most importantly, emotionally connected to you. Over time, repeated light touches like this create a pattern in his brain where your presence becomes associated with pleasure, comfort, and excitement. He'll start anticipating your gestures, enjoying your company even more, and feeling a deeper emotional attachment, all triggered by something as simple as a brush of your hand. In essence, a light touch on the arm isn't just playful flirting. It's a silent, irresistible signal to his brain that says, I like you, I notice you, and I want to be near you. Another incredibly effective way to spark attraction is through a playful shoulder tap or gentle touch on his back. These touches might seem small or casual, but they actually communicate intimacy, confidence, and playful energy, all the things that trigger his brain to release love hormones. Picture this: you're walking together, laughing at something silly he said, and you lightly tap his shoulder as you make a playful comment. Or maybe you brush his back as you guide him through a doorway. That brief, confident contact creates a subtle but powerful connection that he can't consciously resist. It's flirty, it's lighthearted, and yet it sends a very strong signal to his subconscious. You're comfortable, confident, and engaged with him in a way that feels electric. The science behind it is fascinating. Touching the back and shoulders activates dopamine, the hormone associated with pleasure and reward. That means every time your hand makes contact, even for a split second, his brain registers the sensation as exciting and rewarding. It's part of why playful touches feel so thrilling. They are literally wiring his brain to crave more moments like this with you. The key is timing and context. A touch works best when it's spontaneous, playful, and tied to a fun, light-hearted moment. It shouldn't feel rehearsed or forced. It should feel like a natural extension of your energy and presence. What makes this technique particularly effective is that it's physical without being invasive. Men respond strongly to gestures that respect their space while still creating closeness. A quick tap on the shoulder or a gentle brush along the back is just enough to spark chemistry without crossing boundaries. It conveys confidence and subtle dominance, not in a controlling way, but in a way that says, I'm comfortable in my skin and I enjoy being close to you. That energy is magnetic and irresistible. Another tip, combine the touch with eye contact and a playful smile. When you pair physical touch with warmth in your expression, the effect is amplified. He doesn't just feel the touch, he feels seen, noticed, and appreciated. That's what creates emotional attachment alongside attraction. Over time, these small gestures build a pattern in his brain where he associates you with fun, excitement, and desire. What started as a playful shoulder tap can become a powerful nonverbal cue that draws him closer, keeps him engaged, and makes him crave your company even more. In short, the playful shoulder or back tap is more than just flirtation. It's a strategic, sexy, and subconscious way to connect with him physically, emotionally, and neurologically. Done, right? It turns ordinary interactions into moments of magnetic chemistry that linger long after the touch itself. One of the most intimate and subtly seductive ways to spark a man's attraction is through touching his hair or face, or even lightly playing with your own hair while engaging with him. These gestures may feel small, almost accidental, but they have an enormous effect on his brain and his subconscious perception of you. Imagine this. You're laughing at a joke he made, and you lightly brush a strand of hair behind your ear while looking at him, or you gently rest your fingertips on his cheek for a brief second during a playful moment. That simple connection creates a wave of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making him feel closer to you instantly. Touching the face and hair is powerful because these areas are incredibly sensitive. When you make contact there, even fleetingly, you bypass his conscious defenses and trigger an emotional and physical response that he might not even realize. Men may think they are just enjoying the conversation, but their body is quietly wiring itself to associate you with pleasure, comfort, and desire. It's one of those gestures that feel completely natural and casual, yet leave a lasting impression in his mind. Another subtle trick is to play with your own hair while engaging with him, twirling a lock between your fingers, brushing it behind your shoulder, or letting it fall across your face. While you laugh, subtly signals flirtation and attraction. It's a visual and tactile cue that draws his attention, making him feel magnetically drawn to you. Men's brains respond strongly to these small feminine gestures, especially when they're combined with eye contact and a warm, genuine smile. The key here is delicacy and timing. You don't want to linger too long or make it feel forced. That can feel invasive or awkward. The magic is in fleeting touches, a brush, a graze, a light connection. It's in the pause after the touch that creates anticipation, excitement, and curiosity. That brief, almost accidental intimacy makes him crave your presence and leaves him thinking about you long after the moment has passed. Over time, these gestures build a pattern in his mind where your touch, your playful, delicate, confident energy becomes associated with pleasure and closeness. Every time you brush his hair or lightly touch his face, you're not just flirting, you're activating his love hormones, creating emotional attachment, and making him feel drawn to you in a way words alone never could. This is why hair and face touches are some of the most subtle, sexy, and effective ways to deepen attraction while staying playful, confident, and irresistibly magnetic. Hand-holding is a classic gesture of intimacy, but the way you do it can make all the difference between a casual touch and a powerful, subconscious connection. The key is to start casual and playful, letting the gesture feel natural rather than forced. Imagine you're walking together, perhaps crossing a street or navigating a crowded space, and your hand accidentally brushes against his. Instead of pulling away, you let your fingers graze his, giving him the opportunity to interlock with yours. That tiny moment of physical contact is incredibly potent. It signals closeness, attention, and emotional warmth, all while your subconscious is activating his brain's love hormones. Men respond to touch on a subconscious level far more than most women realize, and hand-holding is a direct route to oxytocin release, the hormone responsible for bonding and attachment. It's why even a brief, playful touch can make him feel drawn to you in ways he might not be able to explain. By starting hand-holding casually, you create a low-pressure, non-threatening way for him to connect physically with you. It feels effortless, natural, and entirely within your control. There's also a playful element you can use to heighten attraction, the subtle push and pull. Let him hold your hand for a few moments, then gently pull away or slip your fingers free, giving him the opportunity to reconnect. This creates a sense of anticipation and desire, keeping the interaction fun, flirty, and emotionally charged. He begins to crave the contact, associating you with pleasure, excitement, and that irresistible spark he feels every time your hands meet. Another important tip is to combine hand-holding with eye contact and a smile. Physical touch alone is powerful, but when paired with warmth in your expression, the effect is amplified. He doesn't just feel your hand on his, he feels seen, appreciated, and emotionally connected to you. That emotional layer makes him more likely to think about you, seek your company, and develop a deeper attraction over time. Ultimately, casual hand-holding is more than just a cute gesture. It's a subtle, sexy, and strategic way to trigger his love hormones, deepen emotional attachment, and make him crave your presence without saying a single word. Done right, it turns ordinary walks or conversations into moments of magnetic chemistry, where every brush of your hand builds intimacy, connection, and desire. By mastering this simple yet powerful touch, you're creating an invisible thread between you and him, one that keeps him coming back for more. One of the most powerful ways to create attraction and trigger a man's love hormones is through a brief hug or subtle close body contact. Physical closeness communicates comfort, safety, and intimacy, all of which are critical for activating oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and dopamine, the pleasure hormone. Imagine saying goodbye after a fun outing and giving him a quick, confident hug, just enough to feel his warmth, to make a subtle connection, and then stepping back, that fleeting moment creates a strong emotional imprint in his brain. It tells him, without words, that being close to you is safe, exciting, and enjoyable. The beauty of a brief hug is that it's simple, natural, and non-intrusive, yet it carries a deep subconscious message. Men may not always articulate what they feel during these moments, but their bodies respond instantly. A short, confident hug communicates that you're warm, approachable, and attracted to him, all while leaving him wanting more. You don't need long, lingering hugs to create chemistry. In fact, a brief, well-timed hug is often far more effective. It creates a sense of anticipation and subtly signals that physical closeness with you is enjoyable and rewarding. Another powerful way to use close body contact is during casual interactions, guiding him gently through a doorway, leaning slightly closer while laughing at something he said, or standing near him during conversation. These touches are subtle but deeply effective because they activate the subconscious brain, creating a sense of familiarity and comfort. He starts to associate your presence with pleasure and connection, which naturally increases his desire to be around you. The key is to combine touch with confidence, eye contact, and warmth. When you hug him or lean close, look him in the eyes and smile softly. This combination of touch, visual connection, and positive energy amplifies the emotional impact, making him feel seen, appreciated, and, importantly, drawn to you on a deeper level. Over time, these small moments of close body contact create a strong emotional memory that he will carry with him even after the interaction ends. In short, brief hugs and subtle physical closeness are far more than casual gestures. They're strategic, sexy ways to deepen emotional connection and trigger love hormones naturally. Done correctly, these small touches build intimacy, chemistry, and desire in a way words alone can't achieve. Every hug, every brush of your body against his, every subtle lean in creates an invisible thread between you, one that pulls him closer and keeps him thinking about you long after the moment has passed. So there you have it, 6 subtle, sexy, and incredibly effective ways to touch a man that activate his love hormones and make him feel deeply connected to you. From light touches on the arm, playful shoulder taps, and delicate hair or face touches, to casual hand holding and brief hugs, each gesture is designed to create chemistry, intimacy, and attraction without being overbearing. These aren't just tricks, they're small, natural ways to communicate desire, warmth, and attention that his brain can't resist. The magic lies in timing, authenticity, and confidence. You don't have to do all of them at once. Start small, see how he responds, and let the chemistry build naturally. Every brush of your hand, every playful touch, and every brief hug sends a subtle signal that you're someone he wants to be near, someone who makes him feel pleasure, comfort, and excitement all at the same time. That's the real power of these gestures. They turn ordinary interactions into moments of magnetic connection that linger in his mind long after the moment is over. Now it's your turn. Start noticing opportunities to use these touches in your day-to-day interactions, in conversation, during laughter, or even just a casual goodbye hug. Comment below and tell me which of these tips you're most excited to try first. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a video that helps you create deeper, more magnetic connections with the men in your life. Trust me, once you start using these subtle touches, you'll notice the way he responds, and it will feel electric every single time.